In 2009, Mega Bloks released the UNSC Scorpion, set 96807. It came with 278 pieces, 2 figures, and retailed for $37. In 2011, they released the ODST Scorpion in the Covenant Invasion set 96853. The set came with 669 pieces, 2 figures, and retailed for $50. 2015, we got the Scorpion Sting set CNG68 that came with 616 pieces, 3 figures, and retailed for $55. In 2019, from Mega Constructs, we got the Designer Series UNSC Scorpion tank, set GGG61. It has 1,014 pieces, comes with 1 figure, and retailed for $70. And then finally, from Mega in 2022, we got the UNSC Scorpion Clash HHC42 with 1,003 pieces, 5 figures, and retails for $96. Sadly, I don't own the 2011 ODST Covenant Invasion set, so we shan't be looking at that today, but as you can see, all the rest of the Scorpions are all lined up, ready to go. Now, while this is a comparison video of sorts, it's not going to be a down to the nuts and bolts comparison of how lore accurate each one of these sets are, because to be honest, I'm just not that kind of guy. I don't know enough about these sets to know whether the barrel of each set is the right gauge or length and so on, and in all honesty, I don't much care. What I do care about is that each of these sets do a good enough job of representing their in-game assets, in this case the Scorpion, so that the more casual Halo observer, like myself, can recognise the difference between the Halo 5 Scorpion, the Halo Wars Scorpion, and the Infinite Scorpion. And in this case, it's green ticks all round. The difference is obvious. First thing to compare is the build experience, and coming plumb last is the original Scorpion, unfortunately. Although a fantastic set for its time, it does have a very basic build experience compared to today's standards. Due to its age, it also suffers from the use of stickers, as well as the use of some large custom pieces, like the tank track pods and the main gun barrel itself. And although these custom pieces do add to the shaping of the tank, they do detract from the build experience itself. The original Scorpion also had no stops for the track pods, so when you do lift it up, the tracks go all kind of floppy and it doesn't really know what to do with itself, and then you have to kind of spread them out one by one, which is an ideal which they rectified going forward for the later Scorpions, thankfully. In third place, we have the Scorpion Sting, and the build experience here improved leaps and bounds. They are not even in the same ballpark. As you can see with the Scorpion Sting, the turret assembly is fully built up, no really big specialised parts here, so that's much more involved, the build experience there. And then also the tank track pods, they're fully built. As you can see, there's no big custom parts like on the original Scorpion. It does still use the rubber tank track pieces like the original Scorpion, but they have incorporated these stops so the track pods don't flip over like they did on the original Scorpion, and they also used pins with friction, so if you lift it up they don't actually flop anywhere. That said, even with the use of these pins, they still are able to flop back in one direction if you actually move them manually, so you still can end up posing it into this weird tank walker position, if you really want to, that is. In second place, we have the New Kid on the Block Scorpion Clash, that once again shows huge advancements in build experience and parts usage by the Mega design team. This really is a truly first-class building block experience. Once again, you have fully built up side pods with the inclusion of buildable tank tracks this time. They've also put second locks in for the track pods as well, so this time they lock both ways, so you can't put this one into the walker pose. And once again, a very built up turret assembly which also incorporates an action feature. And in first place, we have the Designer Series Scorpion, which in my mind clearly paved the way for the Scorpion Clash build due to the amount of design similarities throughout the build process. It once again includes a very similar buildable track system on the side pods. It once again has the twin locking assembly to stop them traveling too far in either direction, and also includes the original concept and version of the recoil feature incorporated into the turret, in this case intentionally made to look much more obvious. Whilst the 20-in-1 Scorpion may not be the most accurate representation of an in-game Scorpion, it gets first place in build experience due to its flexibility within the build. Although it has a very similar piece count to the Scorpion Clash, you have the option to create 5 different working turret assemblies, as well as a number of different track pod assemblies which can be put together in a total of 20 different scenarios. This alone makes it win this category because you just have hours and hours of rebuild fun with this set. It's one of the best things I've seen Mega do, and it brought a lot of satisfaction trying out all these turrets first time round. If you want to see more about these turrets, I suggest you visit my channel and watch the full review of the 20-in-1 Scorpion. Next up, we're going to talk about shelf appeal, how visually appealing these sets are, not how game accurate they are, just simply how much I like looking at them on the shelf. And in fourth place, once again, sadly, the original Scorpion. And it's not because I hate looking at this tank, I don't at all. In fact, I often wonder how incredible this tank would look if it was remade today using current build techniques and parts. I think they would have an absolute winner there, just like they did with the aerial ambush. In third place comes the 20-in-1 Designer Series, and again, it's not because I don't like the look of this tank. I just find myself torn about how I feel about some of the design choices they went with, all the different colours over it. On one hand, I kind of like it, but on the other hand, I'm not sure whether I do. So I've decided to put this one in third place. And in second place, the Scorpion Sting. I've always liked this tank from the minute it came out. I know it's controversial, but I don't care. I love that dark green colour, always have, and I enjoyed the build process. And to me, it just looks like what I want it to look like. It's nowhere near as technical a build as the 20-in-1, but I don't care about that when I'm looking at it on the shelf. I just want it to look good, and I think it does. And so in first place, the Scorpion Clash. This thing really does look absolutely exceptional. And again, lore accurate or not, I don't care. I just think it is one fantastic looking Scorpion, and I love seeing it on the shelf. Before we move on, here's a size comparison photo for all you guys that requested it, and as you can see, they're all very similar sized, with the Scorpion Clash and the 20-in-1 almost being identical in their dimensions, with the Clash sitting slightly higher in the body as the main notable difference. Stepping away from the vehicles for a second, we'll very quickly compare and rank what comes with each set, i.e. figures and accessories. And in fourth place, no surprise, it's the original Scorpion again, that comes with a standard or generic red Spartan and blue Elite. It's my understanding that both these figures were widely available in other sets, so nothing to get excited about, hence their fourth place position. In third place, the Designer Series Scorpion, because it comes with just one figure in the form of a red Spartan. That said, it is a very nice red Spartan, and as far as I'm aware, completely unique to this set, which does make it rather special. In second place, we've got the Scorpion Sting set, which comes with a stationary plasma gun, an elite miner, and 2 Spartans, one of which is the man himself, Spartan Buck. And in first place, as if it wasn't obvious, the Scorpion Clash, with 2 Banished Hunters, the Elite Warlord, Spartan Stone, a UNSC Marine, as well as a stationary plasma gun, a weapons crate, and also a small barricade build. To round up, I'm going to give you my opinion on value, and in fourth place, no surprise, it's the original Scorpion. Although it's the cheapest of the set to buy in its day, I'm not sure what it would account for with inflation, I still think you get the least value for money. The build experience is lacking, the figures are generic, and it doesn't quite have the same shelf presence as some of the other sets. In third place, I'm going with the Scorpion Sting, because although it comes with 3 great figures, the plasma turret looks great on the shelf, the build experience and the piece count isn't quite as good as the other 2 sets yet to come. So third place it is for the Sting. In second, I've gone with the Designer Series Scorpion, because although you only get one figure with it, you do get over 300 additional pieces and the ability to build multiple different tanks, which feels like you get more than one set in a set, which to me brings a great amount of value. And for only $15 more, well worth it. So in first place for value, it's the Scorpion Clash, and I know I'm going to take some heat on this because I've seen a lot of comments of people stating that they feel it's too expensive for a Scorpion. But when you weigh up the fact that you get 1,000 pieces, 5 figures, 2 of which are Hunters, as well as the weapons crate, the stationary gun, the barricade, and the fact that it's probably the best Scorpion that Mega have ever built. It's so well refined. All that for $20 more than the Pro Builder Scorpion, which a lot of people would like to get their hands on but can't because they're worth hundreds now. So in my mind, although yes, it is slightly more expensive than even I would like it to be, I don't think I can argue that it's not good value for money for what you get. So for anyone that's still here, we're going to find out which set I like the most, because even I don't know after all that. So I'm going to apply 4 points to first place, 1 point to fourth place, add them all up, and we'll see what comes out on top. And the results are as followed. In fourth place, the 2009 original Scorpion. In third place, 2015 Scorpion Sting with 10 points. Third place, the Designer Series with 11 points. And in first place, Scorpion Clash with 15 points. So that's my thoughts on these sets. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm sure they'll be very different to mine. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.